Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and click on the bell icon so you never miss out on the latest videos where we dive deep into relationships, self-growth, and toxic personalities. Today's video is going to be a little different but super important because we're talking about something you might not have thought of before: narcissist bathroom habits. Yeah, that's right, we're getting into the weird, revealing, and downright toxic behaviors that narcissists tend to display in the bathroom that you definitely need to watch out for and avoid. So buckle up, because by the end of this video, you'll be able to spot these traits and make sure you never fall victim to them again. Alright, let's dive in. Now, the bathroom may not seem like the first place you go to study someone's personality or their true nature, but trust me, it can reveal a lot about a person, especially if they're a narcissist. For someone with narcissistic traits, the bathroom isn't just a place for hygiene. It's often a stage for their self-obsession, control issues, and complete disregard for anyone else's comfort or boundaries. These habits may seem small or even trivial at first, but they're really just glimpses into the much bigger picture of a narcissist's overall personality. First of all, let's talk about the way narcissists treat the bathroom as their personal kingdom. Narcissists love control, and nowhere is this more apparent than in how they dominate shared spaces like bathrooms. If you've ever lived with a narcissist or had one in your life, you'll probably recognize this. They take over the bathroom like it's exclusively theirs. They might spend an absurd amount of time getting ready, doing their hair, skincare, or whatever routine makes them feel like the star of the show. While self-care is important for anyone, for a narcissist, this process is more about feeding their own vanity than genuine self-maintenance. And they'll often do this without any consideration for how long you might need the space. They hog the mirror, leave their products scattered everywhere, and take over every inch of counter space. It's all about them. Narcissists will also use the bathroom as a way to keep others waiting. Think about it. If they take forever getting ready, they know it's going to inconvenience someone. They'll take pride in keeping you or others waiting for them. It's a subtle power move, one that signals, "My time is more important than yours." They'll act as if their appearance is so critical that it justifies making others late. And if you try to say anything about it, good luck. They'll twist it around, making it seem like you're the one being unreasonable or insensitive to their needs. But it doesn't stop there. Let's talk about how narcissists treat shared bathrooms. You might have encountered this in relationships or even in roommate situations. Narcissists tend to have a shocking lack of respect for shared spaces. They'll leave their mess for others to clean up, never flushing, leaving toothpaste all over the sink, or using up all the toilet paper without replacing it. Why? Because deep down, narcissists don't care about how their actions affect other people. They see the bathroom as their own space, no matter who they share it with. It's all about them feeling comfortable and important, while everyone else's needs or comfort are secondary, if they're even considered at all. Narcissists can also show some pretty extreme behavior when it comes to cleanliness. Some are hyper-obsessed with it, not for the sake of being clean, but because they want to present themselves as perfect. They might spend hours scrubbing their skin, doing their makeup just right, or making sure not a hair is out of place. But again, this isn't about genuine hygiene. It's about maintaining the perfect image. On the other hand, you've got those who just don't care at all. They'll leave towels on the floor, trash everywhere, and the bathroom looking like a disaster zone. Either way, there's a complete lack of consideration for the fact that other people live in the same space. Then there's the mirror obsession. Have you ever noticed how some people can't stop looking at themselves in the mirror? For a narcissist, the mirror is like their best friend. It's not just about checking their appearance, it's about admiring themselves. They'll spend an excessive amount of time looking at their reflection, sometimes even making little poses or expressions, as if they're practicing for their next performance. The mirror is where the narcissist can reaffirm to themselves how amazing they think they are. And it's not just about physical appearance. The narcissist sees their reflection as a symbol of their superiority, reinforcing the belief that they are better than everyone else. If you're living with a narcissist, you've probably had the pleasure of encountering the bathroom takeover during a crisis. Let me explain what I mean by that. Narcissists are known for needing to be the center of attention, and the bathroom is no exception. When they're in the middle of some self-imposed crisis, whether it's a bad hair day, a pimple, or anything that makes them feel less than perfect, they will turn the bathroom into a battleground. They'll take hours in there trying to fix the issue, and if anyone dares interrupt, they'll be met with hostility or extreme irritation. They need to control the narrative in the space, and their appearance is central to that. Narcissists also use the bathroom as an excuse for avoidance and manipulation. Imagine you're in the middle of an argument or you're asking a narcissist for something they don't want to deal with. What do? They retreat to the bathroom. It's a place where they can regain control of the situation by literally locking you out. They might spend an inordinate amount of time in there, knowing full well it frustrates you. They'll use the bathroom as a weapon to keep you at a distance, or to avoid taking responsibility for something. The physical barrier gives them the emotional escape they're looking for. This brings us to another toxic trait, the complete lack of boundaries. Narcissists are notorious for ignoring other people's boundaries, and the bathroom is no exception. They might barge in on you while you're in there, completely disregarding your privacy. To them, their needs and wants come first always. Whether it's needing the mirror while you're brushing your teeth or using the toilet without knocking, they just don't see you as a separate person who deserves respect. And if you try to call them out on this behavior, you'll be met with excuses, anger, or worse. They'll make you feel like you're the one being unreasonable. Let's not forget about the gaslighting that can happen in the bathroom. You might confront a narcissist about their messy habits or their selfish use of the space, only for them to deny it or turn the situation around on you. What mess? You're just exaggerating, they might say, or I didn't leave the sink like that. You must have. It's all part of their strategy to avoid responsibility and make you doubt your own perceptions. Narcissists thrive on making others question their reality, and they'll use even something as mundane as bathroom habits to manipulate and control you. Lastly, we need to talk about their need for admiration, even in the most private of spaces. A narcissist will often seek validation, even when they're getting ready in the bathroom. They might ask for compliments on their appearance or fishing for reassurance. Don't I look good today? Or I spent hours getting ready, you better appreciate it. It's exhausting because nothing is ever enough for them. No matter how much validation you give, they'll always crave more. So the next time you're dealing with someone who exhibits these behaviors in the bathroom, don't brush it off as quirky or annoying habits. These are clear signs of toxic traits that speak to a much bigger issue. Narcissists reveal their true selves in the way they treat the spaces around them, and the bathroom is just one of the many stages where their need for control, admiration, and disregard for others comes to light. Alright guys, that's it for today's deep dive into the narcissist bathroom habits you must avoid. I hope this video opened your eyes to how even the most seemingly small behaviors can reveal so much about someone's true nature. If you found this helpful or eye-opening, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who might need to hear this, and of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more insights into relationships, mental health, and self-growth. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe and take care.
When an individual is abused by a narcissist, they experience a response that is distinct from other types of trauma. This response is triggered when the individual is subjected to abuse. These individuals have been through a range of traumatic situations, such as being impoverished, being involved in a vehicle accident, or being in a war. When I say other trauma survivors, I am referring to those individuals who have been through these experiences. Taking into consideration the fact that the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, DSM, does not link the criteria for post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, with these specific occurrences, it is intriguing. In most cases, the disease is characterized by a number of symptoms, including but not limited to increased alertness, worry, tension, hyperarousal, nightmares, and flashbacks. Despite the fact that these symptoms are already present, they do not satisfy the diagnostic criteria set forth by the medical community. One thing that is particularly noticeable is the absence of symptoms like cognitive dissonance, trauma bonding, chronic self-doubt, and other signals that are of a similar kind. In today's session, we will investigate 5 symptoms that indicate the presence of post-narcissistic abuse stress disorder, NASD. In the event that you are interested in gaining further knowledge on this subject, kindly register before we begin. We are grateful that you are watching. Cognitive dissonance and the process of developing a connection with traumatic experiences. Individuals who have been mistreated by a narcissist are the only ones who experience trauma bonding and cognitive dissonance. These are 2 symptoms that are specific to these individuals. These symptoms include cognitive dissonance, which is one of them. It is common for those who have been abused by a narcissist to experience a wide range of emotions at the same time in relation to their experiences. Others who have been traumatized as a result of becoming a soldier or being involved in an accident are not the same as others who have experienced this. This dynamic of hot and cold generates a powerful and almost addictive relationship that makes it feel impossible to break out, despite the fact that you want to. This is because the relationship is so powerful and almost addictive. Because it causes an internal struggle that is evocative of an emotional tug-of-war within the individual. This is a big contributor to stress because it causes the individual to experience inner conflict. There are certain components of you that are able to cling to the nice memories, while the negative memories continue to creep up on you and afflict you. When you go through anything like this, you are left feeling confused and imprisoned in a cycle of treatment that is abusive. As a consequence of this internal conflict, you start to question not only your reality but also the person with whom you are actually engaging. 2. You have a hard time trusting both yourself and the people around you. You will not only lose trust in other people as a result of abuse from a narcissist, but you will also begin to question your own skills as a result of this situation. As a result of the narcissist, you start to question your own senses and your own worth, which in turn causes you to question what you truly believe, what you do, and what you think. As a consequence of this gaslighting, you have the sensation that you are not in touch with the genuine version of yourself. As an additional point of interest, the betrayal is not merely superficial. It starts with the act of love bombing and continues with falsehoods, broken vows, and a fake front. Because people are so dishonest, it is impossible to trust anyone, not just in love relationships but in every part of life. This is true not only in romantic relationships but also in other aspects of life. 3. A broad variety of mental and physical problems that are present across the board's entirety. The fact that you frequently have psychosomatic difficulties indicates that your body is a manifestation of the suffering that your mind does not like to acknowledge. Some of the symptoms that can be used to determine whether or not your body is feeling pain are gastrointestinal illnesses, irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, allergies, rosacea, acne, hives, inflammation of organs, autoimmune diseases, and a wide range of aches and pains. Should the strain that is being placed on your nerves continue to persist, it may result in numbness or problems with your eyes. In situations where medical specialists are unable to pinpoint a particular physical explanation for certain symptoms, they usually point to worry as the root of the symptoms. However, this scenario is a source of a great lot of stress. It is the result of living with a narcissist who is always being harmful to you. This circumstance is one that you have to cope with. This toxic environment causes injury to your body, and it is extremely evident to anyone who witnesses it that this atmosphere is harmful. 4. Having a habit of being by oneself all the time. Despite the fact that you are surrounded by people who are significant to you, you have a propensity to become quickly upset in large groups and crowds, which results in you experiencing feelings of isolation. You are no longer connected to yourself, and the narcissist's voice of misery has shattered all of your feelings, thoughts, joy, and happiness. Your connection to yourself has been severed. You shut down in order to keep yourself from being furious, and you blame yourself for everything in order to prevent yourself from experiencing any further emotional damage. This is not only a feeling of melancholy. Rather, it is a genuine fear of being provoked and a yearning for the ability to connect with other people due to the fact that it has been taken away from them. 5. Struggling to stop and think about the things that are going on. Persistent difficulty in ruminating is one of the most significant symptoms. The individuals who experience the freeze reaction are continuously questioning their own actions, asking what transpired, why they allowed it to take place, and how they could have been so naive. By forcing you to think about the same things over and over again, your mind is striving to make sense of the past and move on with your life. This is accomplished by the process of having you think about the same things. It is clear that you are carrying a tremendous lot of stress and sadness with you, as evidenced by the fact that you are able to notice this. For you to be able to break free of this cycle, it is essential for you to be in touch with your body, to take care of your feelings, and to let go of the memories and sensations that keep coming back to you. If you have been wronged by a narcissist, you will notice these 5 indications.